Before you complain about how hard life is, before you say you can't start over, let me tell you the story of a woman. I heard the story of a woman who lost her husband suddenly. She was left with 5 children. Her husband just died without giving her a heads up. He just died without being sick. And he left her with 5 children. 5 kids, young children. And this woman was a high school dropout. She didn't know what to do. The husband was the breadwinner. But now she was stuck with 5 children. But this woman, her story is a story of determination and resilience. She went to adult school, got her GED certificate, went for a first degree, 4 years, finished that, and went on to law school and came out as a lawyer. The story was refreshing. With 5 children, you know what that means? To have 5 young children and to be grieving. Some people grieve, they don't get out of it on time. I know what it means to lose someone. I lost my dad and I grieved him I'm still grieving him, but the pain was still raw for about 2 years or more. But this woman, she picked herself together. She went to school and completed her education. Her story it made my day. I had to stop everything I was doing and listen to the story and watched the joy on her face, the pride of achieving success despite the odds. That was a beautiful story, but has a lot of lesson to learn from it. A woman who buried her husband, she faced life with 5 children, and still she refused to let life bury her. This is not just a story, it is a lesson in resilience, determination, and it's a lesson in the power of refusing to give up. When I heard her story, I was shocked. She was a high school dropout, a young mother of 5 children. She was looking up to her husband for everything. Now the children look up to her for answers, and suddenly her husband, the one who helped to hold everything together, was gone. For many people, that kind of loss breaks them. But for her, it awakened something that had been dormant, not overnight, not magically, but slowly, because of pain, intentionally, because she had no option. One morning, just imagine it, she looked at her children and said, I can't quit. Too many eyes are watching me. And from that moment, this woman decided her story wasn't going to end in tragedy. She picked up her books. She went back to school again. She went back and she earned her GED. The very thing that she once believed she wasn't smart enough to finish, or maybe life happened. But then she went to college. 4 years. She graduated with her first degree. And while she was raising 5 children by herself, she did all this. She didn't stop there. She walked into law school and she completed her law. Imagine the late nights, the tears nobody saw. Imagine the times she wanted to quit so bad, but she couldn't quit because quitting meant that her kids will learn to quit too. She was the only one for them now. But she pushed. She pushed. And today, she is a lawyer. She was celebrated on the world stage. Not because life favored her, but because she refused to stay where life had left her with what happened to her. My friends, if this woman can lose everything and still rise, what excuse do you really have? People with far less responsibility, far fewer challenges, and far more resources are still talking about one day. But the story of this woman reminds us that one day is not a date. It's a decision. It is a decision that you take. And there are lots of lessons you can learn from this woman's life. It teaches us that your pain can become your turning point. She didn't allow loss to define her. She allowed it to redirect her path, her vision, her purpose. You don't need a perfect condition to start or perfect conditions to start. This woman studied with kids running around. She learned through tears. She started from where she was. School dropout. Determination is stronger than background, no matter your background. Are you a high school dropout? That didn't stop her. Your beginning does not decide or determine your endings. Your children and the people watching you, they learn from your resilience. That's if you have children or siblings. This woman pursued education to create a new legacy for her family. And God strengthens those who refuse to quit. She mentioned that God was her help. Grace meets you when you take the first step, just one step. Her journey is a proof that heaven backs bold decisions. You're allowed to rebuild your life. From where you are, you can rebuild your life. Loss is not the end of your story. It can be the beginning of a new story, a new life, a new thing. So today, my friend, ask yourself, what dream have you buried because life hit you hard? What goal have you postponed because you think it's too late? What excuses have you allowed to block your destiny? If this woman can rise from heartbreak, loss, grief to become a lawyer, you can rise too. Please don't let this story just inspire only you. Let it move you to action. And that's why if this message spoke to you, don't forget to share it with someone else. Like this video and also subscribe. Someone else needs this encouragement. Someone else needs to hear this too. Please, don't keep it to yourself. My name is Princess, and see you in the next video.